Hello, welcome to the 100x Connect community. Let me take you through the 100x ecosystem. Step 1. Become a free or paid member. Step 2. Discover your passion by tuning into the 100x daily night sessions, chatting with other members in the 100x Discord community, and participate in 100x virtual summits. Step 3. Unleash your true potential by equipping yourself with 100x workshops and work with you challenges. Step 4. Begin your entrepreneurial journey by signing up for the Malaysia Ministry-endorsed 100x 100 Days Business Startup Challenge, seeking business advice, or enrolling in the advanced business coaching for pitching and funding. Step 5. Being the country's best entrepreneur community, 100x has a wealth of resources such as business funding to accelerate your business, digital marketplaces to sell your products and services, and collaboration platforms to do networking and organize your favorite event, among many others. Furthermore, 100x will also create business opportunities. All these are easily accessible and convenient for 100x members. Step 6. In return, the 100x alumni hope to bring together like-minded people and provide mentoring, internship and career opportunities to help the network grow. Pillars are used to uphold purposes. At 100x, we believe that every entrepreneur should embark on a purposeful journey. 100x is built on 7 pillars: financial intelligence, fitness and wellness, business and entrepreneurship, sales and marketing, personal development, love and relationship, and hobbies and leisure. Sign up as a 100x member and start a purposeful journey.
Hello.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
Hi, Yvonne. Long time I didn't see you here. Long time we didn't go on live together.
Yeah, the last was beginning of the month, right?
Yes. So for the past 2 weeks, we haven't been going on live together because I know you're very busy with your own thing as well.
I am. You are too, right? I mean, things are getting back to normal. I think your work and stuff like that. I think.
Yeah. I think a lot of people also works are getting busy,
Yeah.
getting back. And then of course everything is open now. The social lives also have been back to normal already for everyone.
Have you met anyone yet? Have you have like I mean, not social gathering, but rather like meeting up with friends?
Yeah, a couple of them only lah. Yeah, just a couple of them. I haven't done like a big, huge gathering yet. Yeah.
Perhaps maybe 100x should do one soon, but at a smaller scale, lah. Yeah.
Actually, in fact, right? Actually, we were discussing with Alfred that day. Maybe this coming Wednesday, we might actually do a physical networking
Mana? You all decided the place?
at our new 100x place.
Oh, really? We are going there?
Yes. Yeah, we will announce how to go there to everybody soon. Yes.
But nighttime or like nighttime, huh?
We're gonna have 2 slots. Okay, so you can either choose either slot lah. So one slot is 4 to 7, another slot will be 7 till 10 o'clock. So it's up to you whichever time is more convenient, because some people, like have family, maybe they need to go home early, then they can join the earlier slot. Yeah, 4 to 7, then you can go home. Then if you work until quite late and then you don't need to rush home, then you can come and join us for the second session, which is the 7 o'clock onwards. Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Yes.
It's a nice place. It's a nice place though, that place. Really a chill. You all decide to use the 3 or the 3rd floor, the one that chillness, or you want to use the 7 or 8th floor that chill, that kind of
Actually haven't decided yet what. Yeah, actually. Yeah, because the space, for those of you who do not know, the space is very big. We have like a few floors that we can use for the networking and all that stuff. So we will let you know soon.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Let you know soon.
I wanted to share this out to the group.
Okay. I see our live session.
Maybe I will just go through this. 100x. This is also a long time we didn't on this slide also. Never open this slide. if you haven't followed us, do follow us on some of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Yeah. So membership are free, and you can see that we have a lot of activities, a lot of education, and a lot of other activities are planning out, rolling out, a lot of projects and stuff like that. So yeah, do come in to join the community to know more about us, and also to come in to join us to scale your business. To 100 times your life, or 100 times your education, and 100 times your work as well, and your yeah. So yeah, today is the last week. It's the last week, Joe. Today is the last Friday, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the last
Yeah.
Friday, correct?
Yeah, last Friday. So it's going to be Halloween, and we are doing this. It's been 6 months now. We've been doing the Tokyo trip, and this time we have covered the east, we have covered the west, we have covered the south, and now we are going to the northern part of Tokyo. Northern part, seriously, is a little bit more back to nature kind of place. Seriously, it's like it's not like totally not the Tokyo that you know. It's a lot of historical, yeah, it's a lot of historical side, a lot of beautiful parks, a lot of nature, a lot of streams. Yeah, it's a very different side, a lot of historical as well in the northern side, and it's not very developed per se. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very different view from what we have seen so far. Like I told you, the southern part is actually a very new development, very compared to the east and the west. It's been developing since the beginning, since since 100 years ago. It's been developing the east and the west. So only very recently, I mean, reason means it's like, they've been doing that for 100 over years, right? The East and the West. So recently, maybe I would think maybe it's the last 30, 40 years, they've been developing the South, or maybe the last 20 years, last 30 years, or maybe even later than that, very much later. The northern part, they haven't really touched yet. So you can see northern part, there's still a lot of ample lands and stuff like that. It's like a bit even though it's still in Tokyo, but it's a little bit kampong, a little bit. Yeah.
I
And a lot of
see.
housing area. Yeah. It's still very quiet inside there. So if for 100x member, we have just sent for, yeah, you can just come in and join us, virtual tour. This is going to be the last for Tokyo itself. We have not planned a greater Tokyo yet. Tokyo as in the special 23 wards. So if you know that Tokyo is a metropolitan, it is made out of 23 wards. So every ward basically has literally their own so-called mini government. Of course, Tokyo itself is the whole metropolitan is a government. They have their own special wards, people that govern the wards, like Shinjuku ward, like Minato ward, like Arakawa ward, like Kita ward, like Bunkyo ward. These are all special wards. So every ward itself is very in Japan, every ward in Tokyo itself, every ward is developed. How would I say it? They have their own thing, they have their own little governs and stuff like that. And yeah, so metropolitan is made out of small. Can you imagine? It's like we have Kuala Lumpur, but we have 23 Kuala Lumpur in Tokyo. So that it is. That's why so one Tokyo, yeah, I could say like that. One Tokyo is made out of 23 Kuala Lumpurs.
Seriously? Wow.
Seriously. Kuala Lumpur itself is like a city, right?
Yeah,
But
correct.
the 23 wards itself is their own city by itself. That's why you can see that every city every so-called the wards that you go is very 很繁华, very happening, have their own stuff. It's like a mini Kuala Lumpur by itself. So yeah, so it's 23 Kuala Lumpur made out of Tokyo.
Wow.
So
That's
of course,
amazing.
yeah, that's very amazing. That's why they you can see Tokyo is very vibrant, very it's called a metropolitan. It's very really like a city and stuff like that. The another metropolitan would be New York City. Another metropolitan, you can see that they are very, very fast moving. They are very
Yes.
and stuff. You can see the vibrance, the vibration, the vibrance in that place. That's why Tokyo is like that. But coming up to the north is not so, as I say, more quiet, more peace. And later you can see later throughout the thing is a little bit different. So yeah, yeah, very quiet. This place I've been, the one that in the poster here, I've been there before. I brought my mom there as well. It's called the Little Edo. So the old name for Tokyo is Edo, the old name.
Edo. Oh,
So
okay.
Edo, yeah. Edo. So sometimes you can see, right, the food. Sometimes you go Japan, or I don't know Malaysia, whether do you have like Edo restaurants? So they will serve basically like the traditional Edo food.
I see.
So
Like, what's the
this
difference?
place,
The
this place,
traditional Edo food.
what's the okay? Traditional Edo food is basically very how do I put it? Like for example, you would it's something like the house, whatever you the Japanese household will eat.
Okay.
Uh,
Like at
yeah,
home food,
like
like
very
home food.
traditional, lor, like
Ah,
yeah, like one fish with one rice with one miso soup
ah,
and basically rice with fried vegetable, and it's not the Tokyo food that you think like oh sashimi, like
not so
unagi or
fancy
this. It's not so
that stuff.
ramen. Not so. But ramen is not from any ramen is not from Japan. Ramen is from China, right?
Oh, is
So
it?
they only bring it. Yeah. Ramen is from China. Like how ramen was born is in Yokohama. So
Mm-hmm.
like what's his name? The Sun Zhongshan.
Uh-huh.
Sun Zhongshan when he was when during the war that time, right? He went to Japan. So he stayed in two places lah, like Yokohama and and another port. Yokohama is a port. It's a port. Since
Mm.
that's why the only Chinatown is there, right? So there's a port there. So that's where the Chinese migrants they move to Yokohama, and that's where they bring in their ramen as well. That's why Yokohama is still the most famous place to eat ramen, and the two ramen museum is still there. Like the cup noodle is also made in Yokohama as well. So Yokohama is a very famous place for eating ramen.
I see. Understand.
Yeah. So Yokohama is a place that I quite like to go because it's quite chill in a way. It's very chill and very wide the place. Then there's Chinatown there, and Chinatown there is pretty very clean and very nice, and a lot of Chinese so-called Chinese food, yes, but a little bit, of course, a little bit not so Chinese anymore. Like they got like some. But I tell you, you go to Yokohama, right, one day, then you go to the Chinatown, you might eat their sangjin bao. This is really good. Then the sangjin bao is one that you must really eat. The sangjin bao that is really, really good.
I see. I see. Nice.
Yeah. So looking top
Sangjinpao in.
sangjin bao. Actually, it's a Shanghai thing lah,
Yeah,
sangjin bao.
correct,
Yeah.
correct. But I guess
Yeah,
it's
it's
all the tradition from China last
China.
time, many years
Yeah.
ago. Yes. Then they just move
Yes.
forward. No wonder ramen is called ramen lah.
Lime min. Actually, it's from the lime min, right? So yeah, it's
Yes,
basically from
correct.
lime min.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this row of shops, right? This row of shop you see here, right? They've been there for like 100 odd years, never changed the tradition. They are every shop inside there, right? Is still very traditional. Like maybe run by family for the past 100 years, 100 over
Wow.
years and stuff like that. So this is a very Kawagoe is a very interesting place. But yeah, it's a very, very, very nice place to visit. I like to go to Kawagoe. Very, very chill and a lot of cute stuff. Where you can see a lot of traditional merchants in there. Yep.
Mm, interesting. Can't
So
wait to see you
yeah,
where you bring us later.
yeah. So basically, we are done with the slides.
Mhm.
So let's off the slides and chill a little bit. Remove. 6 months already so fast. So
Yeah, it's been 6 months. How do you feel,
yeah,
Yvonne?
did not expect to go this far. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I think if you go through the whole 6 months, then basically you literally go through the whole Tokyo already lah.
Initially, you still remember the first time when we had the meeting and say you wanted to do this, and then at the beginning you were saying, "Shall I just do this in one day?"
Yeah, I know,
My
right?
God, it's like, no, like don't do it in one day. Make it a series, entire series, right?
Yeah,
Then initially we thought just four. And then now
Yeah.
it's 6 already.
Yeah, because the east and the west is so broad, you have to really literally like split them up. Like we did 2 on the east and 2 on the west. So we did the east and the northern east, and we did Shinjuku and also Shibuya side on the west. So but these places are too big, we cannot really cover them in one in such a small, it's such a short span.
So are
Yep.
you planning to bring us to another part of Japan after this?
Honestly speaking, I am very local in Tokyo, but I'm not local. I can bring as like a tourist lah. Like it's not so. I've been, but the thing is like it won't be so
like
like
Tokyo
a
trip,
local.
you can
Yeah,
bring us to all the local place
like
that
a
nobody goes.
local. Oh yeah, today I also prepared for a special because last, right. So I prepared 6 kisaten. Kisaten is basically we have cafes as well. It's cafe, but we also have this traditional cafes. It's called in Japanese. It's called kisaten. So kisaten is slightly a little bit more different. Like cafes, like Starbucks, like the modern ones. Whereas kisaten, some of the old kisaten you see later is very traditional, where they really serve like the old traditional stuff of cakes and also coffee, and very very during the after the World War, right. There's a lot of Americans that came in, and that actually governed the government, the Japan for a while. So you can see that the trend, the American trend that bring over, which is the kisaten. But I think it's quite interesting. So the 6 kisaten that I'm going to bring you all there is oldies. Like some of them is like more than 100 years old. Some are like 50, 60 years old and stuff like that.
Wow.
So yeah, it's very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yay. Nice.
Yeah.
I like to see. I like to see old places actually.
I like to see old places too.
Historical places and all
Me
that.
too. Me
Yeah.
too. Me too. I prefer to see the old place rather than not saying I don't like the new one, but you call me to choose, then I will go definitely the oldies.
Yeah. More flavor.
More flavor, right? I know, right?
Yes.
That's why.
Because
Especially,
modern is modern lah, like
yeah,
modern new stuff, like it's new, like we are always surrounded by all this stuff. What makes it very special is the history, the tradition and all that.
the
Yeah.
culture. So I ask
Yes.
you, Joe, if you go holiday, right? I give you a few categories to choose, lah. So you see which category you will choose, huh?
Mm.
Are you a tourist that goes for number 1, food, number 2, culture, number 3, building, can be old building as well, can be old building as well, or are you the person that like the nature, which like parks and stuff? So which one are you?
I'm the culture one.
Oh,
If
you
I
are
go
the
somewhere, I always like to go to visit some historical place, museum and all that.
Oh, you like museum?
Yes.
Will you
Yeah.
like spend? Because some people like really they really like museum. Will you spend like half a day, for example, in a museum?
Yes, I will. I'm crazy
Seriously?
like that. Yeah. And I still get
Oh,
one place, right, that when I love it so much that I will go back again and I will spend entire day there is Forbidden City.
oh yeah, me too. I think that
Like I went crazy. I went inside, I just went crazy, but unfortunately I don't have enough time. So I just walked straight on it.
oh, yes.
It's so
Honestly
big.
speaking, I've not been, but there's somewhere that, because we watched so much of those
Yeah.
gong剧, right? So actually one day I really want to go and see Forbidden City. Seriously, I want to go and see where's the Lengkong. Then I want to see
Yeah.
where is. But I say the Lengkong, they say they close it for public, from
They
public.
close it, yeah, correct. There are a lot of places that actually close it, but then they you can see there is some description outside there. But seriously, I didn't have time, because if you want to do that, they actually have like a 1 day, 2 days trip one, just to they have the entry pass for I think 2 days. Cannot remember.
Mm,
So I just
mm,
get a 1 day pass, and then we were rushing and all that stuff, because when I went there, because was under I got some work there lah. So it was
mm.
rushing like 2 hours just to walk straight, like literally just walk
Yeah,
straight. And then
right.
you know how the emperors those days, they morning they have a juice 走球啊. Is it? They got meeting,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So different people meeting at like they meet with different people at a different spot. One is at the center of the Forbidden City. Like they have
Yeah.
like meeting spot lah. Got a lot.
Really? Like every morning? I mean, like, different level of
Every
people
morning,
there.
I don't know about whether every morning lah, but then they depending on your hierarchy, they were meeting at different spot one. Yeah. So
Oh.
only the meeting spot, you know, when you go and watch the Chinese drama and all this stuff, right? Where
Yeah.
they meet the emperor and all this, like the place lah. So we want to see that place. Only that place itself, we got multiple of that.
Serious? Not only
Yeah.
the one place that we always see.
Huh?
Not only the one place that we always see.
No, it's multiple. A lot.
Oh.
I think how many? 9 now, something like that. A lot.
Oh.
Yeah. So then, and the thing is, like, we don't even get to go inside because it's they don't allow you to go in. You peek from outside only.
Can climb up the stairs or not? Can climb up the stairs or not to go to that place? The one the emperor always climb up on that.
Yeah, cannot.
Cannot.
You cannot enter at
Oh.
all. The entire like the that space. Yeah, you cannot enter. They just barricade it lah. So you can see from the door lah. You know, they open the door and then you walk
Yeah.
inside. Then all the what do you call that? 将官 will line up at the side one. Yeah. So we cannot enter at all. Yeah. Then you see the seat of the emperor lor. Yeah. Just looking at that only, it spends 2 hours. Because there's so many of that. It's so far away. Have to
And I
walk
heard that
so
actually the
much.
room is those empress, even those empress room and stuff, it's not so extravagant that what we see on the,
I don't
on
think
the
so lah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't get to manage to see it. There's so many like all these rooms and like houses at the side. Didn't manage to see that because it's so huge. But it's a nice place that, you know, you get to feel like, wow, those days, those people are like that. Yeah.
One more place that I every time when I go everywhere around, I will definitely find this place, which a lot of people don't know, is like few countries that I went that has they literally, right, the olden days house, they vacate it, they literally, like, how do I say, they excavate it, the whole house, they excavate the whole house and they move to this park. I've been to, even Sarawak has it, you know. Sarawak has it in Malaysia lah. Then I went to the one in Wales. I went to the one in Japan. So basically those like the Wales and the Japan one, right? There are, and where else I've been to, but I can't remember. The Wales one was one of the first one overseas that I went. Literally the whole house, right? Like literally like 1,000 years old. They literally found it and they just excavate. Then they use whatever, like the whole thing, the house, they never take out the house, nothing.
Wow.
The whole house, they bring it out and they move to this park. So in Japan, right, in Kawasaki, just above, after Tokyo is Kawasaki, and after that is Yokohama. So in Kawasaki, there's this park called Minka something. It's called an open museum. Usually they will call it an open museum. So it's a very vast park. Then you have to walk, you have to walk along the map, follow the map, and different houses from different centuries. Very interesting, this park, this kind of museum. Yeah. If you like museum, then you will see the toilet, all this they also excavate.
Really? Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
Amazing. They didn't build it, you know, they excavate it.
Like went to Sabah, also went to their cultural village. Also, I'm pretty sure they don't escalate that thing. They build it, but then I like to walk around and see like
nice, right? Very nice, right? Yeah. Actually, those that a lot of culture would have. I think should we just move over to
Yes,
Zoom?
I think we should move over already. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.